All right, guys, welcome back. So there's one thing that I've noticed that a lot of people are kind of missing out on what happened with the ICE shooting that just happened in Minneapolis. We're gonna hear the mayor of Minneapolis, see what he has to say, and we'll go over a few things that he's saying real quick.
To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
Offhand, if you have the mayor of your city speaking like that regarding federal agents, that kind of empowers the citizens, right? Because they're like, oh yeah, the mayor's on our side. F these guys.
There's a lot of information that is swirling around right now, and we collectively are going to do everything possible to get to the bottom of this, to get justice, and to make sure that there is an investigation that is conducted in full. But what we do know is that a 37-year-old woman is dead and that she was shot by ICE. We've dreaded this moment since the early stages of this ICE presence in Minneapolis.
So if it was really dreaded and there was foreseen like he's saying it was, then why didn't he ever just tell his citizens to, yes, you have the right to protest, but you have to do it in a peaceful manner, right? You could peacefully assemble, part of the First Amendment. No problem with that. The problem with the lady in Minneapolis, you've probably already seen the video, she was blocking traffic, number one, which is automatic, like at the bare minimum a ticket. If not, it is an arrest. And number two, from multiple video sources that just came out, it looked like if the ICE agent didn't get out of the way, he would have been hit by a car.
Not only is this a concern that we've had internally, we've been talking about it. They are not here to cause safety in this city. What they are doing is not to provide safety in America. What they are doing is causing chaos and distrust. They're ripping families apart. They're sowing chaos on our streets. And in this case, quite literally killing people. So they are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. As soon as it happened and we learned of the incident, we had several priorities. The first, of course, was to get the victim to the hospital and to get care as soon as possible. To the family, I'm so deeply sorry. There's nothing that I can say right now that's going to make you or your relatives or the friend.
There's actually a lot you could say, Mayor. You can say that, why didn't she peacefully assemble? You could say that to your citizens of Minneapolis, do not interfere with law enforcement activities. You can say that if you feel so moved that you have to say something, then you can peacefully assemble. There's a lot of things you can say, man. Don't say there's nothing you can say. There's a lot of things you can say.
If the victim feel any better, there were, I believe, 2 Minneapolis police officers that responded and were in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. The second was to get ICE off of the scene. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of ICE and federal officers that were there at the time. Having them there was only causing more chaos. Having them there was only making a difficult situation even more problematic, and one that, yes, they created themselves. There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create...
Let me take that back. If there's one person that can be found guilty, or at least culpable for what happened to that woman, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Mayor Jacob Frey. What he's stating right now, what he's stating with his words, he's just empowering his citizens to continue this type of behavior. What do you expect is gonna keep happening? It's almost like he wants this to continue happening. It's almost like he's like, there's a plan in place and they want this to continue happening. Like, what's the end goal here? I don't understand.
Some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. It's on you to make sure that further damage, further loss of life and injury is not done. We're going to be working towards justice as quickly as we possibly can right now, and justice is what we've all got to get. Next, a message to our community. Look, we all know that the agenda of this Trump administration is to create chaos.
No, we don't know that.
Let us respond right now with our best versions of self. This is a moment where all of us in Minneapolis and beyond, we can rise to the occasion.
Yes, please, rise to the
Show them
occasion.
who we are.
Don't impede legal
Show
authority.
them the kind of courage, bravery, love, and compassion that makes Minneapolis, Minneapolis, and that makes America, America. We are better than a bunch of ICE agents being deployed to cities around the country and ripping apart families and communities. We're better than that. And so we are going to meet that hate with love.
I don't understand when he says ripping families apart.
With hope. We are going to meet that injustice with constitutional justice ourselves. And we're going to make sure that in this very difficult moment, we do not take the bait that these ICE agents are trying to create and that the federal government, to be clear, wants. They want us to respond in a way that creates a military occupation in our city. They want an excuse to come in and show the kind of force that will create more chaos and more despair. Let's not let them. Let's rise to this occasion. Let's show them something far more beautiful than the kind of division that they're trying to stoke. Let's show them unity of purpose, of love, and the courage of our conviction. Our conviction, to be clear, is rock solid, and it is for our neighbors, all of our neighbors. It's for people who have lived here for 80 years. It is for new immigrants who have made this city a better place. That's the kind of love that we're going to show up with right now. If you're angry, I get it. I am too. If you're feeling that kind of despair, it's understandable. Let's show them who we can be. Let's show up with peace. To march, to protest, to hug one another, to love all the way with peace. Do not give them what they want.
Okay.
Finally, you know, we've got a lot of work that needs to happen right now to make sure that, first, of course, the scene was secured as much as possible.
Let's throw it a little bit here. All right, I think this is the police chief.
My name is Brian O'Hara, BRIAN, O''HARA. I am the Minneapolis police chief. This morning, Minneapolis police officers received a report of federal law enforcement being involved in a deadly force incident, meaning shots had been fired. Minneapolis police officers responded to the scene. We arrived and found a woman with a gunshot wound to the head. Life-saving measures were performed at the scene, including CPR. The woman was transported to Hennepin County Medical Center, where she has since been pronounced deceased. The preliminary information that we have indicates.
All right, it just seems like he's going through the facts, which everybody pretty much knows. So here's what I don't see blame putting forth, because everybody tries to be diplomatic about it. Everybody's trying to say, they're looking at the citizens that are doing these activities as far as like impeding federal law enforcement from doing their jobs, and they should be held accountable 100%, because at the end of the day they are adults. However, my issue goes even more direct to the mayor and even to the police chief of Minneapolis, because at the end of the day, if you truly feel like if these ICE agents are truly just doing things that are unconstitutional, illegal, whatever adjective you want to use there, then why don't you just order your police chief to stop the ICE agents from doing their job? Like, why not? Why can't you do that? If this mayor truly feels like the federal agents are doing something that is illegal, that is wrong, that is immoral in his city, as an elected member of that city, then he has every right to use call upon the police department, have his governor call upon the state police, have the governor even call upon the National Guard for that state in order to stop these federal agents. If you feel so empowered to do it, why are you letting your citizens do this idiotic crap and then get surprise when shit like this happens? If you're so outraged by this, Mayor Jacob, do something about it. Stop hiding behind your citizens, because it's beneath you.